Gary Parsons. I'm the Group Development Chef for Harvey Brockless. I was the former Executive Head Chef of the All England Lawn Tennis Club Wimbledon. So today is the big cheese weekend. So I've been asked to do 2 recipes, which the ingredients and methods will be online today, so you can follow along. So the first one I'm going to demonstrate today is a brunch idea or a late night snack. It's a Welsh rabbit, but I'm adding a poached egg, so it will be a Welsh buck rabbit. So the hero product of the dish is 12-month-old Pitchfork Cheddar. It's cloth bound. It's from North Somerset. It's nice savoury undertones. So it's going to go well. So the ingredients: unsalted butter, flour and milk. This is going to make our base of the sauce. And then I'm going to add Worcester sauce, cayenne pepper, English mustard, and then the Burford brown eggs and toasted sourdough. So I'm going to demonstrate first poaching of an egg. So the poached eggs can be done in advance, chilled, and then when we're ready to actually plate the dish up, we can just put our poached eggs back in the water just to reheat, and then we can serve it nice and hot. Demonstrating of the poaching of the Burford brown egg. So we've got our egg already cracked into a bowl straight away. We've got a pan of boiling water, which we're going to turn down to a simmer in a minute. I've got a splash of vinegar in there. The vinegar helps the white form around the egg yolk. And I've got a bowl full of ice water, which once the egg's ready to go, you can go straight into there, and that will stop the cooking. So you still get a nice runny golden yolk. Okay. So we make a whirlpool in the water. Now the reason for this helps the movement of the water, wraps the egg white around the yolk, so you should end up with a nice round egg. So straight in the centre, and as you can see, the egg is moving around with the water, so the egg white is going around the egg yolk. So we're going to cook that for three minutes, and then we take it out after that, and we'll put it into the ice water to stop the cooking. Okay, so 3 minutes are up. Our egg should be poached perfectly. So carefully remove it from the water, and your egg should look like that. And then straight into the ice water, and that will stop the cooking, and then it won't overcook, and we'll still have that golden Burford yolk. Okay, so once you've poached your 4th egg, because this recipe is for 4 covers, leave them to one side, and now we're going to demonstrate the making of the cheese sauce. So I'm going to add my 20 grams of butter to a pan, and that needs to melt. So once our butter is melted, we're adding 20 grams of plain flour. We just need to mix that in to make a roux. And once it's all formed, we're just going to cook it out for a couple of minutes just to cook the flour out. You don't want a floury taste in the sauce. So just keep it moving. It will catch. It's best to do this on a lowish heat. Okay. So then we're going to gradually add the milk. And all we're doing is just forming it all together. So the last of the milk has gone into the roux, and we've got a lovely sauce, white sauce, sort of gradually thickening it up. So we just need to keep that on the heat until all the flour is all cooked out and you've got a nice silky smooth sauce. Okay, so we've got a lovely thick consistency of the sauce. So now we're going to add half a teaspoon of English mustard, a pinch of cayenne, and a dash of Worcester sauce. And let me just carefully bind all that together. Then we're going to add our parmesan. We're going to add our Pitchfork Cheddar. And carefully, just over the heat, just melt that through the sauce. So then we're going to take this off the heat, let it cool slightly, and then we'll add our egg yolks. Okay, so we're going to separate our egg yolks from our whites. So the egg whites can go into a nice, clean, grease-free bowl. So we can whisk up our egg whites. One. A quick little tip to help cool the sauce down a little bit quicker is just now and again, just give it a beat. As you can see, all the steam coming off, and also it sort of stops the skin forming on the sauce. Okay, so I'm going to whisk the egg whites now to form a soft peak. So now our sauce is chilled enough to add the egg yolks, so we're just going to drop the egg yolks in, incorporate the egg yolks in our sauce. Obviously using Burford brown eggs, adds a lovely rich golden colour to the actual sauce. To complement that lovely 12-month Pitchfork Cheddar cheese. Okay, so we combined our egg yolks to our sauce, and just before we actually bring everything together, put a clean pan of water on the stove to boil, and this will be to reheat our poached eggs. I've toasted the sourdough, so already there, because now it's going to come together real quick. So I've done the egg whites to a soft peak. And then we're just going to add a little bit of the egg white at a time, and we're just going to gently fold that in. We don't want to knock too much of the air out. We're just folding, and then the last of the egg white, as you can see, it's taken on a lovely fluffy texture. And we're just going to spoon this onto our toasted sourdough. Okay, so now we're just going to taste the sauce, just to see if it needs any slight seasoning. Yeah. Just a little bit of Cornish sea salt, a little bit more ground white pepper. fold that in. So now we've got our toasted sourdough ready, and then what we're going to do is just carefully spoon some of the sauce onto our sourdough. And then we're going to put them in under the grill for a couple of minutes, just until it starts to brown, and it will puff up. So obviously, it's the egg whites in there. So we're just going to shut the door there. So we've got our water boiling over nicely. So as soon as they're ready, we're going to drop our eggs into there, and then we're ready to plate up. Okay, so our cheese on toast, or our Posh cheese soufflé on toast, is under the grill. Should be ready now. As you can see, it's taking a nice golden colour and they slightly puffed up. Okay, so we're just going to drop the eggs back into the hot water, only for a minute or so, just to warm them through. So I've popped the eggs back into the boiling water just for a minute or so, just to warm through. And then we're going to take our lovely Posh cheese on toast, or cheese soufflé on toast. And then now we're going to take the eggs out. So double up on some kitchen paper, and you're going to carefully take the egg out, put it onto the tissue paper, and this is just getting rid of the excess water, and then just carefully pop it there. Cornish sea salt, a couple of twists of pepper, and there we have it, our Posh cheese on toast with a poached egg. The recipe and the ingredients will be online. And happy cooking and be safe.